Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a while since we've heard that. Old Mac type was out in the wood with the old crew.
Probably who?
Big Martin's come over. Needed some desperately needed time out, sir. Proper on it. And my little potty dog, Baldrick, he just loves you more than me, mate. No, thing is, dogs know dog people, mate, don't they? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and if a dog don't like somebody, they've got a good sense about them, mate, haven't they? Yeah. Yeah, but it's only because you've got like treats in your pocket, that's why. But no, great to see you again, mate. We've been here for hours, haven't we? And I just got to get my mojo back doing a bit of filming or whatever, mate, just to capture the crack and that. But yeah, lurgy lockdowns prevented a lot of things, mate.
Is that going up onto Facebook later on?
Mate, you know, I'll just do a bit of filming, and then if there's something when I get home, I'll stick it up. Like, I've got to get back into it. A lot of people saying, Ed, you know, I just kind of like missed it, you know, the banter and all that, and you know, and occasionally we come out with a good idea, don't we? You know what I mean?
Every now and again, you know, it makes tired look.
Because as we've got here, the only sensible one among us is Mike Smith, because it's coming a bit overcast. Lovely this morning, wasn't it?
Was,
yeah. And Mike Smith is fully kitted out there. He's testing out a new little system he's adopted, the old tuggle and jungle rope. And I must admit, I'd like to get a little bit of close up, and you can just talk us through that later on if you don't mind, mate. Yeah, and you've got like your hammock quilt there, and you've got everything, sir. I always wonder how you fit it in that small little Bergen. No, do you know what I mean? Huh?
Well packed.
Well, so is mine, but you know, my packs have got smaller. But no, set up there. Oh no, oh, you can have a visitor. No, you can hear the little bangs going off in the distance for the old crow scarers and that, mate. And he really don't like that, do you, Baldy? He said, no, I don't like that, Dad. But I'm out with the boys, aren't you? And he was over here yesterday, weren't you? And your mum and Boudica come. Yeah, I like that, yeah. That was great.
Yesterday, mate?
Yes, mate, yeah. Just come out with the missus. Well, turned up for a little bit, mate. Like I say, lurgy lockdown allowing. He come over, and then Rosina come over with Boudica. I never did anything. I should have done, just not just for YouTube, but just for the sake of it, like. Yeah, is because I've had the odd day out in here and there, mate. I've been obeying all the Boris laws and that type of stuff, and just getting out when I can, because I've worked right through, mate. So there's been a great deal of change for me, but just not done the filming or, you know.
So when you going to the preppers, mate?
I am, mate. Yeah.
Are you paying on a day?
Possibly, or just before, mate.
Oh, so you don't, you don't have to book the tickets, do you?
You know, it's still a way away, mate, and I'll think about it nearer the time, to be honest. But definitely, because I don't think there's going to be that many meets there, mate. So any I can get to, I will do.
Mate, if we're going to a meet, can I go with you? Yeah, no problem. Good man.
There we are. See, we've just sorted that out. Anyway, we've all been brewed up. We're on a second brew and that. Oh look, Paul Drink is what a little pikey fuck, really. But he's warm though.
He's a tart.
Yeah. Baldy's in there. Oh, just in there with him. I love Mike, don't I, Dad? Yeah, I love Mike, don't I? You alright, Baldy? Because again, I've got him out now and again, but sometimes it's just, even if it's just me and him in the woods and that, mate, you know? Yeah. But I haven't filmed because it's, well, you get out the habit of it, mate, if you know what I mean. And, well, we've been here for a few hours and already, you know, shooting, getting, you know, catching up and all that type of stuff, mate, so it's not going to, it's never going to be...
I mean, it's the first time I've been out with you guys for,
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably for a year.
Yeah, I think it's the same for a lot of people, mate. Like, you know, I get out where I can, because this is a very local wood to me, mate, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, nah, no worries. So, ladies and gents, so on that, if I'm doing anything interesting, and I'll bring you back. Ladies and gents, one lockdown purchase. Well, I got it off the Bushcraft Trade Post, 60 quid to my door, and they're in the order about 100 sort of quid. Helicon Tex, and it's the Matilda one. So this is adaptive green, and I like it because it's between beige, because we don't do coyote because we're not American, and a green, very much an olive drab colour. But yeah, no, turned up, brand new. It's got the 3 pouches on it, and these pouches will take a 2 litre bottle and the cup, you know, the Pathfinder sets or generic ones, Nalgene's and so forth. Really liking this pack. I've had it a little while now. Just got I just keep this for when I'm coming out for the days. But again, it's got the ability to, if you wanted to, you could have your roll mat or your tent down there. It's got 2 of these tensioning straps to put through, and you can attach your own pouches to it. That's a little Viper pouch, and there is all my kit, my brew kit goes in there, and the what I call the Sandy Jack stove. I'll show you it in a sec. So I had a little dibble with my technical advisor David Fairs, and he said, well, don't buy one and pay 100 quid for it, because I've got one and I don't really use, and I'll sort you out. And again, my fuel bottle goes in there and coffee on the other side. But what I really do like about this is it's well made. I mean, Helicon Tech stuff, I've not found anything that's not very on point, and it ain't a bad price either, even if you was to pay 100 quid for this. Is this belt. Now inside it's secured by Velcro, so you can take this out and you've got a spanking little belt. But I mean, there we go. You can molly it on, as you see there, ladies and gents, and may look a bit awkward, and I thought, oh, I'm not sure about that, but inside there I've got, you know, all my possibles, my fire lighting kits, my ferrocerium rods, and you know, spare spoon, and all your bits and bobs that you want to hand. And it actually kind of really works having something on the belt. And that's it, you don't have to have it in the belt. You don't even have to have these, put these pouches on. But I've got one water one side, and all my brew kit and my little petrol stove on there. Fits just in there nicely. Loving the old straps. Nothing wrong with them whatsoever. And this is quite an unusual, because they've just, that's all it's on there. And the next Bergen I do is I might just adopt that system. It's a nice little weight belt on it. That's all you need on a small pack. And on this side, this is like a Russian ammunition pouch for one of their general purpose machine guns. Had it for ages and ages. But inside there I carry like me hammock, me poncho, waterproof, and me chair that Big Marty's robbed at the moment, all to hand. It doesn't get in the way of it, because this is literally almost on your hip, literally on the side of you. And again, inside there I've got me waterproofs, all the stuff that you just need to hand. There's my little sit mat and so forth. That just sits on there and sits on, you know, there's inside there, like I say, there's a 2 litre water bottle and the cup and so forth. I'm not going to do a kit load out. Inside there's a first aid kit, gloves and all that down the bottom, and a warm woolly hat, bearing in mind the temperature's just coming into spring here. You know, I've got my knife in there, my silky saw, fire kits, and on the other one here, that's where I keep all my tarp lines and so forth, just everything to hand. So a lot of the time I don't even need to set up to go inside the Bergen. It's a little one of these little drop pouches, just stuck it on there. Obviously England, Union Jack. Now the material, ladies and gents, because this is something nobody else has brought out, is almost, if tarp materials like 60 denier, then this is about 120 denier. So it's a lightweight material. But we'll point out, I mean, I've got nothing to say, you know, I mean, I'm proper OCD about construction and so forth, really is on the ball. But when we go down to the pouches, as we can see here around the bottom, all of these and the bottom of the thing is reinforced with, you know, the normal Bergen material, and it's pretty lightweight. I can see why they've done it. Initially it wouldn't have been a thing for me, but you know, you've got to try something before you go for it. I do like the 2 cord locks in there, loads of space in there. You can have, you know, the normal ladders and so forth, but I've got complete shelters, tarps in there. Surprisingly like a little TARDIS thing it is, to be perfectly honest, and for me that's a small sack, and I think it's about a 40 litre sack or pack. But yeah, and I'm proper rocking this one at the moment, and I just keep it packed. So all on it is fill up water, throw in a bit of food, for dog food and so forth. I have got some more of these pouches that I've just got off somebody, because it's not being uniform. I don't really care what I look like, well, especially at my age anyway. But I've got 2 more of them. I'm going to have one of them on that side and one on the other, because I've just got a bit more capacity. But I mean, I bought that pouch years ago. I've never really used it for anything, just like the pouch. But you know, put a lot of kit in there, and that way you can get by with a smaller pack, and it's to hand as well. But yeah, that's the Helicon Tech's Matilda pack, and I got it for 60 quid, so that's like at least 40 quid off, and I love that. I haven't got a bad thing to say about this. I have not got anything to say about this that's not like proper on it, ladies and gents. Even these things, surprisingly, I don't like snow locks at the top of my pouches, but they are actually part of the pouch, and it works. And you've got a molly thing here, but so you could put some, you know, the pouch that's around there, the longer one, you could put one of them in there, but then that's just going to impede, oh that's a big word for me, impede, getting the stuff out the top. And underneath you can have, you know, it's got the attachment point, so you can strap on, you know, your roll mat or your shelter pouch and that. But yeah, that's the Matilda pack. And yeah, I'm proper liking that. Very reminiscent of the Alice pack medium design, but they brought it on again. And here we see the main man, Mr. Baldrick. Mr. Baldrick. You are Baldrick. You was over here yesterday. You loved it, didn't you? Boudica come across, didn't you? Yeah, I love that. Gosh. But yeah. It's a day out in the woods, socially distanced. Don't come near me because I smell a piss anyway. Oh, stale cabbage. Nah. I think Mike's oh, he's just testing out all his little kit. I must admit I do like the new toggle system he's got. Again, as he says, he's not invented it, but you know, they used to, well, we always used to call it the commando rope there, with a toggle at one end, a big old bit of rope. But he's come up with some, yeah, I'm quite liking the way he's got it set up. And Mike always likes playing about with these things, so when he eventually wakes up, because he's going to go to sleep, bless him, at his age. There's a little head poking out there.
Just test, you know, just making sure the under quilt.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's quite warm actually.
Yeah, because no, but I see what you mean. That thing about going over the ridge line in there, mate. That'd help, wouldn't it? Yeah. And all it need to be is a bit of bungee, so. Yeah. So 2 loops and a small bungee going over, mate. So you can just click it on and off. So yeah, no, that's just. And you got to bring it out and have a little try, mate. Like I say, you bought it a year ago and nobody's been out nowhere. Thank you, Boris. Don't mention Boris. But no, that's all on the line there, mate. Yeah, quite nice. Because well, that's just as good as any other hammock. If you can sleep in that and you've had a good night's sleep, mate, don't matter how much it sort of. Don't have to be a flash name.
The hammock, I mean, the hammock's a DD lightweight. I mean, you know, I think that's it's a brilliant hammock, and it sort of goes down next to nothing. Yeah.
So I've got a Russian professional army one in there, mate. It's not small, but it's Russian.
I mean, like the bug net on this is not attached to them like most of the hammocks are.
But I think I'd prefer that, mate, where it's just on a little. It goes, you know, one because I smell. Mozzies don't seem to bother me as much as everybody else, and 2, if I need a waz in the night, that's not gonna. I can't be doing zips and all that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I will say this.
Yeah, pulls up, mate, and then you just pull it over. Yeah. No, I think that's got a bit of wiggle room, that one has, mate. And again, didn't cost a fortune, mate, did it? No, because we ain't got a fortune to spend, have we, sir?
Nope,
so we improvise, adapt, and overcome. Yeah. I did me Clint Eastwood impression there. Did you notice that? Yeah, there's my man.
For a moment, I didn't know the difference.
No. But yeah, he's got a little. Get Mike talking about that. A little toggle system, which is simplicity itself, but with the old bit of rubber in there, and you know, just takes the edge off the stitching. Because this is a super light tarp, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made up 4 of those, so I got one for each corner, but I've only got one on at the moment.
Yeah.
Because as I say again, I made that early days in the original lockdown, and again you just don't get a chance. We just haven't had a chance to get out and sort of like, you know, to play as such.
No. Because it's the same for everybody, I think, mate. But again, you know, I've had the odd day out here and there, obeying whatever rules is, you know. But as I've worked right through, it hasn't really done much of a, you know, I dream about sitting at home at 80%.
Well, yes.
But again, there is another benefit to that, mate. I've still had a reason to get up, have a, well, excuse me language, shit shower and a shave, and I've still got my mission, you know. Boom. Because that, well, everybody was okay for the first month, and it started dragging on, and none of us knew it was going to go on for as long as it has, mate. And it ain't finished yet as such, really, is it? But after a little while, you know, initially I was knobbed off, but then I thought, you know, after a little while, I just think, well, you know, I've still got my mission, you know, reason to get up and, you know, do something productive during the day, make a difference and all that type of stuff. I can't make myself sound like a hero here, but no, do you know what I mean? Because, but by and large, mate, as and when you've walked through as well, haven't you?
Oh yeah, but I mean, I think I've had a total of, over the whole period of time, I think I've been off for about 14 weeks in total.
Cool.
Right, but that was 2 bouts of about 6, and then unfortunately I got COVID over Christmas and had to isolate for 14 days. But luckily enough,
see, with me,
I didn't get it badly.
Yeah, COVID, like, I'm that hard. If it comes within 2 metres of me, mate, it'll have to isolate for 14 days. Yeah. No, and it's not a secret, mate. It's, well, I don't talk too much about them, but I'm a support worker to homeless people, and more skills as a sort outer were very, very much in demand and still are.
Yeah, no, that's
I
right.
must admit though, there was a little thing there. We did get a little bonus for, on the first lockdown, mate, a little bit of a shift allowance for, you know, well, I suppose danger money, whatever you want to call it, although they didn't call it that. So me and my missus just went, sod it, we'll split it between us. Yeah. So bought myself a nice jacket and a few bits, mate, just because, you know. Yeah, that's right. But that's it, it was money we weren't expecting, mate, completely out of the blue. And it's funded by the firm, not like any government handout or nothing. Baldrick, no, look, he wants to get in there, doesn't he? But yeah, no, so, do you know, like when you think, oh, this is a bit naff, like, and everybody else is sitting at home, after a little while you think, I'm glad I'm going to work, you know? Because the old, well, let's not talk about lurgy too much, eh, because it's, yeah, been there.
No, you right, can go on for hours.
Oh, you can, mate, you can. Everybody's just got to get through it the best way you can, really. And, you know, be there for each other, and even if somebody gives you a bell during the day and, you know, laugh and a joke and that type of stuff, mate, that can always help. But some time in the woods, always help with that as well. I'm quite liking this. And the knots, the old jungle knots, or jungle rope as it's called. But as Mark said, kiss, keep it simple, keep it stupid. So we've got a little table here. Hey. You alright, Mr. Baldy? You alright then?
Two postmen that I follow on YouTube. They done a camp there two weekends ago.
I'm going over there. Well, what happened was it was out. Carl showed me what it was because she used to walk the dog down there. Yeah. And we were up there and I said, well, look if you can over there. And we were like, no, there's a couple. Put the dog. Like this, like a trust thing. So look, there was a phone number on the board. I phoned it up. I was talking to this guy. I don't know if it's kind of bloody name. Probably still on the phone. But told him who I was and what it was interested in. So I just wondered, like, if you lived there overnight or in your camp overnight, and all that sort of thing. I'm just looking for somewhere I can go. You know what I mean? I'm just looking to see a number and then he said, well, to tell you the truth, he said, I personally have no objections to it. He said, well, you're not really supposed to. He said, but I have no objections to you stand there. He said, as long as nobody else. You know what I mean? He said, as long as you're in there, right, and don't bother anybody. He said, but no fires and that. I said, well, I don't like any fires. I said, if I do anything like it, I've got to be good. He said, come out and leave it. I said, you wouldn't even know I've been there. I said, because when I leave it, I'll leave it, I would find it, literally. I said, if I lit a fire there, you wouldn't even know there's been a fire, you know what I mean, when I go. And,
get in my belly. Right, ladies and gents, here, the lads are taking the big. We've had a right crack, haven't we? I should have bunged the camera on a bit more, but it's not what it's all about, is it? No, we've had a right crack. Bob. Mike's got his like yellow gloves because you're proper bushcrafty if you've got the yellow gloves, and I've noticed that, you know, all the Instagram pictures and all that. Yeah, but you've got to have them hanging.
Like they're used.
Yeah.
You look at your gloves.
That's the first time I brought them out, sir. You give me a straight. No. What's the logo on them, mate?
I don't know. YBS. Oh,
fair enough. No. But again, you see all the Instagram, all the oldie worldy, you know, the pictures where they place everything, and you know, it looks, you know, like.
Bill Gardner's gloves.
Yeah. No. But again, I am now officially a proper bushcrafter, because I've got my yellow gloves, yeah, the leather ones, soft leather, gloving leather, ooh, and they're hanging from a food box, so I'm now like a proper authentic bushcrafter. Spear and Jackson, good firm, and I sold a little thing on them, you know, down the market, and I thought, oh, so I picked up a few pairs. I give Al and a couple of the lads a pair on that, mate. But no, as yours haven't got, mate. You haven't got the little tag on it, see? And they've got to be hanging from your thing like that, sir. They've got to be hanging, and you're proper bushcrafter, proper on it now.
I hope Ricky's watching this, because he doesn't like anybody John winning their kit up.
Oh, right, well that's the problem, mate.
You can't do that. You can't hang that out. Oh, you're right, mate. You're right. Don't make John win these gloves up.
No, but like I'm proper on it now, because you know I've got like a pair of gloves, and they will get dirty, Mike. But you know, how often do you see me? I'm infantry, so how often do you see me put gloves on?
Dirty, only when he falls over.
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean. Don't. But they're my go-to gloves. Obviously, these ones you can pick anything up. They're the old heat-proof gloves and that. No, but I saw them and I thought, well, you know, when you feel like left out of the club and that, you know, and it's like the thing. And if you ain't got the thing, you ain't. But no, ladies and gents, behold, I'm proper bushcraft, and I've got the yellow gloves. I rub them in the dirt just to keep Mike happy.
Stories like that?
What's that?
Have you got any more stories like that?
What?
About them gloves?
Well, I do like a leather glove, sir. It's just like a posh one, isn't it? You know what I mean? If you're laying your arm first.
You still haven't twigged on it?
No, no, I haven't. I'm a bit dense these days. Anyway, ladies and gents, I don't know. Well, we just had a cracking day. Too long. Must admit, a lot of the banter and all that's been missed and that, but it's great catching up with you two.
Nice to see, mate, because I thought he was dead and buried, like, you know what I mean?
Well, I've thought the same about you, sir. Because I just thought you turned into a moany old goat every time I phone you up. Yeah, bucking here. Yeah.
All right. I'll be moments.
You do, so we all do.
Yeah.
But it's been nice to catch up on that. Yeah. I'll get home and it's something there to put up and that. I'll put it up. But sometimes I just think, well, if you ain't got nothing to say, don't keep the camera in. I just, you know. But no, but the toggle system and all that, mate, I'm quite, especially the little ones. Do you want to talk us through that quickly, Mike, or just quickly?
I was watching, I think it was Greencroft's
yeah, I saw the same, yeah.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right, and he was saying about these jungle knots. So I like the idea.
I always known that as a jungle toggle, but
yeah. So I like the idea, and it's just a little simple toggle. Let me.
With the knots doubled up. Because a lot of soldiers will know, well, we always call it the commando rope, which was about
Yeah, but I mean, it's just
3 yards.
This is some really cheap sort of cordage.
But strong.
Yeah, and it's a very simple, very simple system, because it just uses overhand knots.
Yeah.
And basically, all you do is you make up a toggle, drill a hole through the middle of it, run the cord through it, and then just double it over.
Yeah.
Put an overhand knot on that side.
Yeah.
You don't have to have all these at equal.
But it does
distance,
make a difference.
But it does
yeah.
help.
Do you want to just show us how you just
And
worked
then,
out?
like literally, like, I mean, and again,
So that's the first knot.
Yeah, you just put that knot over your thumb. You run the cordage around your little finger, make a loop, pull your hand out, just pass that through, so you've got
another,
your
and then
knot.
you just do the same again, mate.
And then when you do the second one, again, put that through your thumb, run it around your little finger, and you carry on until you get as close as you possibly can to the toggle.
Yeah.
Right, and then you've got it.
Because you love tinkering about with this and the guidelines and all that.
It was just something to do.
Because again, that's and it just goes all the way down.
And then what happens? Because this one needs to be a little bit longer. So with the toggle at the end, that's just passed
through.
Just passed through. Like that, and then you got another length.
But this is the interest. This is the bit I've not seen, because it's not a soldier-like type of thing, mate. Just
and then all this is right. If we take that out, for instance, right. So we pull that tight, right. We pull,
and it's just a knot holding it. It's
just push that, pull that through, right. pull that round
So
until that knot comes through.
Yeah.
Then let it go, and then that knot then catches on that other knot. And that's quite tight. And like if you see, I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, it's got a, I mean the trees.
Yeah, I'm really pulling that.
Yeah.
And it's not loosening up.
It's only a knot going through and a knot. Yeah.
So it takes a little while to do, right? But that makes that system extremely quick and easy.
Yeah, and it was, mate, because it looked like it's going to rain. But once you've done it, then you just carry 4 or 5 of these toggles and they'll go on any top, mate.
I mean, I bought 50 metres of this cordage.
Yeah.
Right, so I actually made up 10 of these short ones.
Yeah, and you're keeping all 10, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tight kit.
And then because I had 30 metres left, I made one long ridge line.
Yeah.
Right? And then because I made 10 purely because you might want to use one on each corner. You want to use one on each to attach it to your ridge line.
Yeah.
So that's 6. That only leaves 4. Well, if you've got to do this on every one of them, that's your 10.
Oh, no. And again, you just use them, mate. You can do it all with like the knots and the fancy knots. Mostly, I remember the knots, but not the names and that. But even on this, it's just as an alternate to the press-up knot, mate. And again, you've pulled that through. So you can see that the knots, it's this top knot on this one is holding it from there. So it's so simple, and as we know, and you can do a half hitch on that if you wanted to. Keep it simple, and it'll probably work. And any of these can be attached up to the original ridge line. Yeah, no, it's just I think that's got a bit of mileage in it, that mate. Yeah.
And then if you, I mean, like for
sorry.
Just a bog standard driveway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Right, you just pass the toggle through the corner.
Yeah.
And then just choose whichever one of these loops you want to put your peg in.
Yeah.
And just peg it out.
Yeah. No, it's bang on it, mate. Yeah. It's just keeping it all simple on that, mate, and easily doable.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Nice one.
Something I've done in the original lockdown is I made up some tarp tensioners, and again I watched a YouTube video on this, so it's not my idea, and I can't remember what video I actually watched. There's a number of videos on tarp tensioners, and I like this one best. It uses some ferroband. It's upside down, but you can see that it uses some ferroband rubber, and then literally it's just a look. That's one continuous piece of cordage, right? But it's actually what you do is you sort of whip the knot in there, so that's all neat and tidy, and then that way, then if it really the wind starts blowing, you've got a little bit.
Yeah, you've got quite a bit, mate, and I'm bang on that, mate, because even to the point where you've got something like that, and that could be a little bit of 4mm bungee cord. I always generally put them round there, mate, and I've always done it, even when I was in, like, because the wind will catch that, and the first thing it's going to rip is your stitching and so forth, mate. And it will survive, whereas the other ones will be destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, I've just these some other toggles I made up in lockdown, right, and I've just used a toggle through there, right, so that because you just pass that through like a lark's head, but the toggle makes it nice and easy.
The actual, that could just be a bit of stick off the floor.
But as you say, I mean, like, to be honest, that looks a bit fancy, but I mean, okay, just picking up a stick on the floor, you could use something like that just to pass that through, and it does exactly the same thing. Because
they're not attached, they're just your DB Perkins. But no, I just think it's got some mileage in it, mate, because this is the bungee, but inside there's lots of cord in there. There's a knot about there, I can feel it, and it won't come out because you've banded it there, mate, and you've banded it there. But inside there's a load of cord there, and that's what gives you, because it took me a little while because I'm a bit thick, like, to work out it will only go as far as this actual rope, and that's just one big loop, isn't it? With a knot there, and a knot there, and it don't come out because you've banded it there, mate. No, it's looking a bit like big, but that's only because you've got the big toggles.
Because I've got those big toggles
on them.
I mean, you don't actually need that.
Because that's how it goes.
What you could do.
So quick, so on that, ladies and gents, that's it. That is it. And the other one's exactly the same, mate, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, I'll just use this toggle just to go through the, just to make that a little bit easier to get in and out. Really. Again.
That's it. Once it's settled tension down, it ain't going nowhere, sir.
Nope.
And you can do the knots and all that, but it's just quick, isn't it? And it's another way. I like all the different ways of coming to the same.
Just a different way of
Because
doing
people
it,
go,
really.
oh, well, you should just do that knot and then do that knot the other side and that. But yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. But nothing wrong with that. Yeah, yeah, nice one.
And as you say, you know, just try and keep things simple.
Simple, yeah. Oh, and there's Mr. Baldrick, who is after bumblebees on the ground. Stop it, Baldrick, because you've cost me a fortune. Going to vets again. Oh, Big Martin's over there. Oh, he's probably going to interfere with himself. And I saw it on Sandy's film and that on the lockdown. The old petrol stove. I think it's Swiss or Swedish. And I love the look of that, mate, because there's me little, we all know what the little cups sizes are on that, and it all goes over the top, and when the key's out it all fits into, you know, the China doll effect. I like that, and I thought, what, Dave, you know, he's my technical advisor, I thought, ooh, and he went, I'll fire, because I've got one in my shed and so forth, so we had a dibble on that, and that's me, like, at the moment, my go-to stove. I'm proper loving it. Got the old bottle there which has got petrol in it, so you just give it a little bit of a prime, and obviously that's filled that up twice and still got that in it, and or that amount of petrol left in there, and it helps with the primer as well. It's a bit girly, but I've got one of them little pipette things just to keep it simple, don't weigh nothing, but obviously you just tip a bit in the top and it all runs down. Yeah, so I'm banging on that at the moment. I'm quite impressed with it. It's beat gas every day of the week so far. I mean, Martin just had gas, and in the end we just banged it on there, you know, because the wind was catching it a bit. But, oh, there he comes, the man himself. You look like Grizzly Adams on a bad day, sir. Have you been out there interfering with yourself?
I have.
Good, thank you for going, because last time we did it in the amateur, so it was, I mean, you know, put me right off my dinner.
Or I out there in the woods. I've been down there in the woods with my little doggy.
No, but it's been great to see you, mate. Too long again. Mate. And we'll arrange that thing on, and we'll go for a road trip on the bikes, mate.
Do that not next Sunday, but the following one then, because Mike said the weather's meant to be better then.
Yeah. I'll let you know, I think I'm working that weekend, mate, yeah. But, you know, we'll see what's what, because I've got loads of loo days, you know.
I'll do it one day in the week, even I'm not bothered whatever day you want, whatever's easiest.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? Because, yeah, I have the Thursday off, mate, and a Monday and a Tuesday, you know what I mean? So we'll work it out, but the thing is, it's just taught me now, go and do it now. Yeah, just do it now, yeah. Don't sort of make a plan and then do it, like, 8 months later, or...
Yeah, oh no, it's sorted, right?
Because whenever...
it's nice down there.
Yeah, nice little drive out there, give me Scooter a good...
Yeah.
Good run out, and yeah, we'll have a mooch about down there. Could lead to a beach overnight, which is something I wanted to do.
Well, so we can go down and have a recce, and then,
but
then we could sort out where we're going to set up and that.
We won't mention it to Marty Cuff because he'll want to come.
Oh, I wouldn't let Marty out there, no. Does he live on Mersey Island?
I think so, mate. It's quite close.
Across him, because it's across the river. Marty.
Bring your catapult. Bring your catapult.
Hello, Marty. Catch us.
Ding. We'll go down the chip shop and flick fish and chips at him.
We could send him a message on the end of an arrow. Put him tell.
No, I'll give them a bell, just, you know, just to give people, keep in touch on that, make sure people know they've been thought about, and, you know, even like Dave Blake, all the crew, mate, I've done. You know, I was down there yesterday, but just, like I say, I haven't got out the habit of not pulling the camera out, like, you know what I mean? Might take a few pictures, but that's it. But anyway, a lot of people say they just missed the banter and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it has been a day, but 90% of the, you know, when you were sat there and I was in the hammock, mate, you had me rolling up with the jokes and all that. But it is. It's like you've got to get used to having human contact again. Yeah, human contact and that. Yeah. Because I don't like people, me, so the first lockdown suited me. I thought I was on a bonus.
Yeah.
Nobody come near me. No.
They don't like me sometimes.
No, I can understand that.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, ladies and gents, we are going to start packing up. Well, time's just gone. Where's the day gone, mate?
Anyway, ladies and gents, just a goodbye from me and a goodbye from him. Yeah. And I'd just like to wish you all a sailor's farewell. Bad bollocks, a lot of you.
And take care from Mike Smith, who's busy. Take care, guys. It's been a great date with a catch up. I don't know what I got on film, but there you go.
It's good for a laugh,
Nah. All right, ladies and gents, take care.